Let's just all come to our mat. And Savasana or Shavasana, please. So good morning and welcome to your practice this morning. Welcome to your mat. As I said, if you joined in a little bit earlier, we are going to be doing some breath work and just knowing what is going on with COVID. And I'm not trying to give it a bad rep at all. I want people to recognize that I think what we're being scared is the media and the pulse and the surge and how fast this can spread and travel. And, every year there's something, right? West Nile, swine, all of these things. So just be mindful that this isn't, remember SARS. Remember what SARS was like. I remember people lining up outside of Ray Twinney for like hours to get this vaccine. So just be careful, take what you need, turn off the news, trust your gut a bit on things. It's hard navigating through this time, right? And then you're seeing all these conspiracy theories and my own personal opinion on it, if China wanted to come in and take over Canada, they could. In a heartbeat, just because of the billion people they have there compared to us. So let's try to keep some perspective. Let's try to take what we need, throw away that which does not serve us, and be mindful of each other right now. This is a really challenging time. I think emotions are heightened. I think stress and anger and grief and sadness and sorrow and loneliness right now, especially for people that are self-isolating, that have no one at their house. I personally, every other week, have my daughter, and right now, her father's family and my family, me, only me, are self-isolating at all times. So if that were to change, obviously my daughter would just stay at my house or her dad's house. Again, the weeks that she's not here, you learn more about yourself, right? You are able to connect with that. You're learning more independence in isolation, which is very, very interesting. So have patience with what's going on right now. Try not to let yourself get scared. Try not to panic. Try not to run out and buy toilet paper by the dozens. Try not to run out and buy supplies at the dozen. Yeah, do I think hand sanitizer is necessary? Yeah, for sure, right now. Again, just to keep ourselves more safe and maybe more safe for other people instead of even ourselves. And you can make a lot of your stuff at home though. You can make your own hand sanitizer. I think I posted one a while back. I'll see if I can pull it back up and refresh it. But you can make your own hand sanitizer, so breathe into it. It's okay. We will get through this. So very gently, keeping that in mind, let's come down to the mat. And today's meditation, advice giving. Breathe gently into this. Show me a wife who doesn't offer advice, and I'll show you one who doesn't care very much. That is the lovely Miss Barbara Bush. Offering advice has fallen in disrepute as of late. It's not politically correct, or so we are led to believe. Yet what is the marriage certificate if it isn't a license to offer advice? Now, let's be careful with this offering advice bit. First, of all, offering advice is not telling someone what to do. That's always a bad move with other adults and often even with children. Good advice offering requires knowing a person very, very well. So well, in fact, that you may know more about them than they know about themselves in certain situations. Then, good advice is loving and giving out of love. It is never to control or manipulate. Then it is giving information, just giving, not enforcing information. And lastly, and most importantly, after advice is given, the outcome is let go of completely trusting that the other person will take it, leave it, or ponder it. Once advice in the form of information is given, it is no longer ours. So take that in again. Let's take a nice big breath. Exhale, release. Once advice in the form of information is given, it is no longer ours. So remembering that, once you have passed off that information, you need to let people figure it out for themselves. You need to let people do what they need to do with that information, and if you say to someone, I understand, but then you're still angry or hold resentment, or you're mad at them for not taking the information and doing with it what you thought they should do, then you're not sharing information. You're trying to manipulate the situation. You're trying to tell them what to do. So once you give that information, you have to trust to let them do what's best with that information. You have to trust that they're going to make the right decisions, and, let them come around to it. But if it's right for them, it's right for them. It may not be right for you. But that's not yours to judge. That's not yours to decide. That's not yours to determine. As I'm saying these words, I'm reflecting back on an event that's happened this week. And, I always firmly believe things come to you when you need them. So it's like, if you guys could be in my head right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like all this aha. So let things sit with you. I genuinely believe if you listen, the universe is telling you what you need. The universe is giving you what you need. The universe is supporting you 100%. And I think that's what we really need to focus on right now. And I want to cultivate that today. I want to support and nurture that today, just as I want to support and nurture our bodies. So today's practice is going to be probably a little different than you're used to, especially coming from my classes. But again, I'm working on what I have been feeling, what has been being sent to me, what offerings I have taken from my meditations, because I've really, the other day I meditated for like 90 minutes. It was crazy. I don't even know where the time went, to be quite honest. I thought it was like 10 minutes. So let's look at taking care of ourselves this morning on the mat. Staying again in Savasana. We will come up to a seated, but I do need everyone to start in Savasana. And we're going to do some lung work. So I'd like you to think right now as you are lying down on your back that you can feel the full length of your lungs. So picture your lungs, right? Your lungs just do their thing, but they need help doing their thing. They're kind of like people that need to be served at a buffet. So really allowing yourself to start to connect with your breath. Let's place your right hand just in between your chest, left hand on your belly. And if you can imagine or start to begin to connect with the image that as you inhale, so as you draw a breath in, the belly softens, the diaphragm pushes up, right? So the diaphragm's going up. Good. And as we exhale, the belly contracts, draws in, and opens up that space. Good. So inhale, shortening or squishing up against the lungs. Good. So this umbrella-like position, and then comes down. Everything contracts into your stomach. Good. Continuing to breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And I'd like you to begin to make your breath audible in the back of your throat. So I know often in class, a lot of us don't do this, and maybe that's okay because we're scared, it's new to us, but please, I'm really encouraging you to try it today, being at home, being in the safety and security of your own home. So inhale through the nostrils. As you exhale, you're making an ocean sound in the back of your throat. So still exhaling through your nose, so you're gonna inhale and make it audible. When I teach my kids classes, I call it the Darth Vader breath. So really that breath, the back of the throat, continue to inhale and exhale. Please let your teeth soften, your tongue drops to the back of your throat, your face softens, continuing to breathe, finding this diaphragmatic breath, inhale and exhale. Next breath, we're going to take it in through the nostrils. Hold at the top for as long as we comfortably can, and let it spill out of our lips. Good. Another breath. Inhale. Hold at the top. Let it spill out of our lips. Again, sticking with the audible sense of our breath. Inhale. Let's hold at the top. Last one. Hold it in as long as you can, and then let it spill out over your lips. Good. Inhale. Hold at the top. Open your lips. Take another sip. And then soften. Inhale again. Open the lips. Take a sip. Exhale all the way down. One more breath. Inhale. Take a sip. Exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Let's take our arms up overhead. We're going to clasp our elbows, open up those ribs. So really thinking about the ribs being connected to the breath this time. So as you inhale, I want you to let your ribs splay out, but don't force it with any sort of skeletal movement. By that I mean don't use your spine to push it out. I'd like you to just let the ribs open or splay open on their own. So as we inhale, we're opening up the ribs even more with that breath. Use contracting muscles. Breathe and then exhale. Good. Inhale. Push it out even more. And then exhale, contract. Good. Inhale. Open up the ribs even bigger. Try to splay everything out. And then exhale. all the way down. Good. Inhale. Good. Big, 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 big. Exhale. Good. Another breath. Inhale. Open up. Even bigger, even bigger, even bigger. Splay out those ribs as wide as you can make them. Exhale. Good. 2 more in. Good. Big, 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 big. How can you make those ribs even bigger? Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Big, 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 big. Force that breath to push it out. Exhale. Good. Soften arms back down to your side. Good. Notice what you notice. Does your breath feel a little fuller? And again, I'll let you know that we are doing this because everything I am reading about COVID is that obviously fever is associated with this, and fever makes you feel lethargic and like you want to do absolutely nothing. But the biggest way you can help yourself right now, and if you were to have COVID or be tested positive with COVID, is to force yourself to breathe, to force yourself to move. And I know it's going to hurt and I know it's going to be painful, but all the studies are showing that improvement happens by moving. So again, it's about connecting with that breath. Let's slowly begin to wiggle fingers and toes. You can probably hear my kitty cat. This is Oliver. Hi, buddy. And again, rocking out ankles and wrists, making the movements a little bit bigger. He's my cuddle bug. And draw knees into chest. Really capture the knees. Rock right and left. Massage out that back. Breathe into that space. He's also my most talkative cat, as you can tell. Good. Rocking gently. Hi, buddy. Good. Coming to center, let's cross those ankles. Draw your chin up towards your knees and then start to rock, keeping your chin locked in towards your chest. Good, you got it. So you can come all the way up and come into a seated position. I would encourage you to use pillows or blankets or something just to support your hips. You can also place a blanket underneath your ankles. Good. And we're going to do some more breath work. We're going to do what's called Bellows breath. So everyone knows what a bellow is. It's those things to help fire. So when you're opening and closing them, that kind of idea. So it's going to feel very weird. And this is where, well, it could feel weird. Maybe you've done it before, so maybe you're familiar with it. But it's taking an inhale and then exhaling short little breaths, sharp, short little breaths. And essentially, because you're forcing it without even thinking about it, you're taking another little breath in. So I will demonstrate a round of it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do 30 rounds, or 30 of the sharp inhale exhalations, and then take a nice big breath in. Hold at the top for as long as we can. So please, it's about comfort. If this is new to you, you may not be able to hold it long. That's okay. Don't judge that. Holding breath can be very scary for some people, especially if you have any sort of like COPD. I would definitely not recommend holding your breath. This might even be challenging for you. So if it is, come back to just your Ujjayi breath. And again, it's up to you. We will also be doing a Gyan mudra. Okay, so this is knowledge or wisdom. And that's just capping off your index finger with your thumb. And this is directly associated with your root chakra. So I will demonstrate. So if you just want to take a look at me, open eyes, hand on belly, hand on chest. We're going to take an inhale and then sharp out. So maybe try one round by yourself. I'll give you guys an opportunity to try that. It is sharp. You're forcing that. I'll just show you, probably be able to see my stomach is moving quite a bit. So when I'm doing it, it's so you can see a lot's happening, right? If you start to do the bellows breath and you can't do the 30 sharp, like maybe you can do 15, take another breath in and just continue on for the 30, okay? So again, index finger, thumb caps off, open or soft. Don't worry if your fingertips don't extend, you can just soften them, placing them on the inner part of your thighs. If you find it easier to connect by placing a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly, I would invite you to do that as well, instead of your mudra. So it's up to you. Again, let's just take a breath in. Exhale, release. I'm going to count 30 in my head. I will most likely stop a little short at like 28. Let you guys do 2 more breaths so that I can guide you into your 1 minute breath. And when we're ready, inhale and go. And release. Inhale, nice slow breath in. Pause at the top. Let the breath spill out. Good. Ready to start that again. Inhale. And away you go. And all the way down. Deep breath in. Hold. And spill out. Good. Last round. If you need to blow your nose quickly, I'll give you a second. It might be stirring up some stuff, so I'll give you guys a second. Good. Last one. Inhale. And away you go. Spill out. Inhale, hold this one as long as you can. Spill out. Nicely done, everyone. Please blow your nose. If it stimulated anything. If it did not, no problem. I'm going to take a sip of water. So again, please come back to this one. Bellows breath is a really nice, stimulating, brings energy into your body. It helps with depression, anxiety, stress. So I would encourage you to try Bellows breath maybe at least once a day, if not more. Depends, I guess, on how stressed you're feeling. Yeah, and honor that. Honor what you're feeling. The thing I'm seeing the most right now is parents are struggling with this online teaching. Kids are struggling with this online teaching. So don't necessarily feel like you have to have this, try to create some sort of balance and routine, but don't necessarily, adhere to it 100%, because if there's a day that you are feeling stressed or the kids are feeling stressed, maybe it's a go outside and just learn kind of day. Maybe it's a take a drive and learn kind of day. Come up with some new outdoor activities, something to stimulate them in another way. So be gentle with that. Good. And when we're ready, we're going to again be working on our lungs and our breath work. So inhale, those arms up overhead. Capture those elbows again. Sitting up nice and tall, you can rest your arms on your head. Good. And let's inhale and see if we can almost make those shoulders rise up to the ears even more. By using our breath, lifting it into the chest from the belly, and then exhale, chest, ribs, belly, all the way back down. Good. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, lift, exhale, all the way down. Good. Continue. Exhale all the way down. If your arms are getting numb, that's fine. Bring them out in front. Try switching sides. Try maybe just bringing them in front of your face. Good. Inhale. Exhale. But just creating that idea of opening up the lungs. Maybe we even just come here. Whatever works for you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And one more breath. Exhale. Releasing arms back down to our side. Take a breath. Removing blocks or pillows or bolsters. I will give you a suggestion only because I know sometimes it can hurt. We're going to come down to our belly. So if you want to place a blanket on the floor to go underneath your hips, I would definitely recommend that. Just to give you a little extra support, or if you have another mat, you can place it over top just for a little extra support. So let's come on down to our bellies. Good. And we're probably familiar with cobra, baby cobra, teenager cobra. There's all these terms for it. But again, we're gonna just come into something that feels good to us. So keeping our elbows in close and underneath our shoulders. We're actually gonna stack ourselves nice and gently. What I'd like you to do is lift your chest. So imagining that from the ribs up to my throat, I'm trying to stretch that space out. So as if you have taffy at the front of your body, connecting from even your chin all the way down to your navel. I'd like you to open up that space as if you're trying to really come into this big extension. At the same time, we're going to work on our breath again. So eyes are closed. I should also mention, if you have a thin pillow, you can put it under your belly. It gives you something to press into, or it gives you something tactile to gauge against. So as you inhale, I want your belly to actually inhale. And then as you exhale, draw your belly away from the earth. Contract. Almost it will feel like you're drawing it into your back. As you inhale, push away. Good. As you exhale, contract. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Good. Continue. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Pull that belly away. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. We're going to take a bit of a modified crocodile. So you're actually going to bring your hands down, palms facing down. Let your forehead rest onto the earth. And we're going to imagine that as we inhale, we're going to lift or push the floor away as our lungs are connected up to our armpits. So as you inhale, lift. Good. As you exhale, bring it all the way back down. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So still connecting with the belly. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the belly away from the earth. Remember, we're contracting on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale. And soften. Take your gaze to the right. Just breathe into the side body. Take your gaze to the left. Good. Coming back to center, press your hands underneath your shoulders, push your hips back, coming into your child's pose with extended arms. So working again with our breath, we're going to inhale. So as we inhale, I want you to imagine that you're pulling yourself towards your hands, but you're not really moving that much. So you're inhaling. Good. Lifting, expanding across the chest, armpits, and as you exhale, everything comes down to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Good. Round into that back. Coming on onto your hands and knees. Coming into our cat back. Again, thinking the same thing. So on the exhale, we're drawing the tummy up, contracting, letting the head drop, kind of squishing or pumping those lungs. As we inhale, lengthen, open up, lift. Good. Spread out those lower ribs. Good. Exhale, drawing down. Inhale. Good. You got it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Gently tabletop position. Tuck those toes, floating those hips up into your down dog. Pedal it out. Good. Reaching out of the right leg, stepping it forward and through. Make sure you have blocks close by. Good. And we're going to use the blocks just to give ourselves more space. Remember how I was talking about that in the beginning? So this way we can lift through the chest a little bit more as we inhale. Good. Breathe. Lengthen through the chest. As we exhale, please leave your back heel up so you're not coming fully in the pyramid, but you are going to fold, exhale over top of that front thigh. Good. Inhale, draw forward, lift the chest. Good. Breathe. Exhale, draw back. Inhale. Lift the chest, open up. Exhale. Inhale. Nice high breath, high chest. Exhale, fold, draw, contract, everything up and under. Good. Inhale. You got it. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Last exhale. Good. Let's draw those blocks just to the side of us so we can reach down with our cupcake fingertips. Reach that leg back. Draw that right leg back. Come into your down dog. Sink the heels as best as you can. Reaching out of the left leg, drawing it forward and through. And again, we're going to use our blocks to help keep ourselves upright, give ourselves more space. Inhale. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale. 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 Exhale, fold. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Bring those blocks to the side. Cupcake fingertips. Draw that knee up. Bring that leg back. Draw that left leg down. Pedal out. And then let those heels sink. Good. Drawing knees down towards the earth. Shifting our hips back. Arms extended, coming back into our child's pose. Breathe. Into the back. Exhale. Good. Coming back down towards our mat on our back. But before we get all the way down there, I'm going to make some suggestions, options. Please take whatever works for you. I will be lying myself down on this bolster. I will be using this small block because it's a thinner one. And if you do not have a block and you do not have a bolster, you can take 2 pillows together. You can take 3 pillows together. You can take as many pillows together as you'd like, but the higher this height, the more opening you're gonna have through here when you lean back over top. So on the other side, please make sure that you have some sort of prop, because it's not about straining the neck to reach back. I don't want you to feel any pain in the cervical spine at all. I'd like you to keep the idea of keeping the throat chakra open, keeping the upper chest open, okay? If you need more props for yourself, more blankets, more anything, add it. You can never ever have enough props. That's my theory. So again, we are going to bring ourselves onto, so it depends on the size. I have to sit on my bolster because I have a really big bolster. And I have a pretty long one. You may not be sitting on yours. Your bum might be to the edge of this. As you come down around your back, find that spot where you can support your head, ponies in the way, your head and your neck, okay? So everything should feel supported. Nothing should feel crinkly, crunchy, painful. I don't know, what are the other fun words? So again, you can see that I'm supported. It's a little hard to see, sorry, this hoodie doesn't help. But my neck, the back of my neck is actually resting on the bolster. So even though you can't really see it, my cervical spine is resting or tipping or spilling over the edge of the bolster. So yours should be doing the same thing. I've got a block underneath my head to support my head so I'm not straining to reach the ground. So I'm not doing this and trying to bring my head down. I can relax everything else. A couple of options here. If your bolster is really big, it's probably best to keep your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. You can let them fall in. If your bum is off your pillows or bolster, you can probably extend your legs and it will feel okay. But if you feel a compromise in through your lower back, I'd like you to come back here. Our arm option is just to bring our arms out to the side, chest open, up towards the ceiling. And I'd like you to think that you're trying to draw your shoulder blades together on your back. You're trying to draw open across the chest. And at the same time, keeping your back neutral or in what is ever your natural neutral position for your back. Good. Begin to breathe and come into that ocean sound into the back of your throat. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And just as your body is in this position, you're inhaling, letting the belly rise. And I want you to imagine the breath spilling up towards the throat. And then as you exhale, you're trying to push the breath back towards the belly. So of course, it's going backwards, or we're upside down. So it will feel a little different, a little awkward, but I want you to stay with that idea. Inhale. Good, exhale. Inhale. Good, exhale. Inhale. Good, exhale. Softening your face, softening your chest, letting your shoulders relax, letting your head be supported. Good, continuing to breathe as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Do 2 more breaths. One more. Good. Let that just resonate with your body. If you are happy here, I invite you to stay here. If you would like to come into Savasana, I would suggest that you actually just roll off to one side, coming into the fetal position. It's usually the easiest for necks and backs. And then moving your block away, your bolster, your props, whatever's in your way, to allow yourself to come into Shavasana, Savasana. If you would like to take this bolster and place it underneath your thighs, please do so. Or pillows, whatever you have at home. And just let your feet come nice and wide. Let your upper back soften into the space. And just breathe. How does your breath feel now? Do you feel a little more energized? Do you feel like you can take on the day? Do you have this connection of breath to body, body to breath? Are you feeling a little more grateful for having breath that is serving you well? Continue to breathe. Imagine that oxygenated, rich blood flowing around your body. Continuing to inhale and exhale, focusing only on your breath, softening into your back, breathing in and out, just normal. Staying where you are, continuing to breathe and connect with your breath, connect with your body. Appreciating life's blessings. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. That was written by Melody Beattie. Again, I'll read that back. It's really nice. I'm hoping it resonates with some of you. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. Appreciation of all that we have in our lives plays an important role in our health and happiness. When we appreciate life's blessings, the result is stronger immune systems, fewer aches and pains, lower blood pressure, improved sleep, and less chance of heart attack. Psychological benefits include less depression, less stress, a greater experience of positive emotions, and a sense of well-being. There are also distinct social advantages to practicing gratitude. Because when we acknowledge the good things in our lives and give thanks for them, we are connecting in something larger than ourselves as individuals, and are also more likely to feel empathy and compassion, be more forgiving, and more generous and outgoing. Gratitude is a sense of thankfulness and wonder that we feel when we know how blessed we are, and it is an expression of love. Mendino, not sure I'm pronouncing that right, the inspirational author and speaker offered wise words to set the tone for each day. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I do this? Henceforth will I look on all things with love, and I will be born again. I will love the sun, for it warms my bones. Yet I will love the rain, for it cleanses the spirit. I will love the light, for it shows me the way. Yet I will love darkness, for it shows me the stars. I will welcome happiness, for it enlarges my heart. Yet I will endure sadness, for it opens my soul. I will acknowledge rewards, for they are my due. Yet I will welcome obstacles, for they are my challenge. It's worth welcoming and appreciating everything that comes into our lives and making gratitude a habit. We can appreciate the past, the present, and the future. We can appreciate the past. We are grateful for our parents in childhood and all the experiences we've had that have made us who we are. We can appreciate the present, enjoying any good fortune that comes to us. But if life is challenging, we can also appreciate the good things that we do have in life. We can also be grateful for what lies ahead, facing the future without fear, and knowing that much of it depends on our thoughts and behaviors today. From time to time, we are blessed to feel happy. A major promotion we've been wanting, a wonderful celebration with family and friends, or an exciting new relationship. It's not difficult to experience a sense of gratitude and give thanks on such occasions. These are external circumstances that have made us happy, however, and rather than waiting for something to feel grateful for, we can make it a habit to practice feeling appreciative of what we already have, so that we feel happy even when there's no external reason. This will also stand us in good stead when times are difficult and when we find it harder to remember to be thankful. If we have cultivated the practice of giving thanks on a daily basis, then we can counteract automatically any negativity with appreciation of the good things we enjoy. Research has demonstrated that it is possible to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. And as with any other skill, it can be learned and developed until it becomes second nature. We have so many reasons to be thankful each day. For a start, we've enjoyed a night's rest. And another day of opportunity stretches before us, and we have no idea what it may bring. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with eyes of compassion. If we take a few moments before we get out of bed in the morning and think about all the good things in our lives, we will find there are always more than we can imagine. If we find it hard to do this, then we can begin with just one thing and focus on it. If we feel really grateful for just one thing, we find that something shifts and we begin to find more reasons to give thanks until they come thick and fast. Another practice that is helpful is to keep a journal and write down every evening, all the things that we are grateful for and that have happened over the course of the day, however small. We can also give thanks for the miracle of our bodies and minds, for our homes, families, and friends, for fresh water to drink, the food we eat, the wine we share, the clothes we wear, for everything that makes life comfortable. Once we are alert and aware, then we see how much there really is to be grateful for. Over time, if we do this consciously, we begin to see changes in our attitude. We find ourselves embracing life more, and we are more accepting of others and ourselves. Today, I'd like you to finish the sentence. I am grateful for. I welcome this new day with all of its opportunities. I give thanks for the miracle of life. And very slowly, just becoming aware of your external space, wiggling fingers and toes, rocking out ankles and wrists. Slowly begin to make your movements bigger, however you want. Maybe you want to stretch out, maybe you want to curl up tight. Any movement at all. Good. Begin to, again, make your movements even bigger now. So whatever you're doing, just make it a bit bigger. Let's take a nice big breath in. Inhale. And let it part through your lips. Slowly bring both knees to chest, rolling onto your right or left side. Coming into the fetal position. Take a breath of gratitude. Pressing into the earth with your top arm, rising up into an easy seated prayer position. An easy seated just as it sounds, one ankle in front of the other. Let's close our eyes. Again, let's repeat to ourselves. I am grateful for. I welcome this new day with all its opportunities. I give thanks for the miracle of life. Reminding ourselves that gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. Let's take a nice big inhale. Sweeping up. Exhale, pressing palms together, resting our thumbs at heart center. Push just enough to create a little energy between the palms. And as always, the divine light in me honors the divine light in each of you. Have a blessed day. Namaste. Thank you everyone again for joining me on the mat this morning. It's a blessing that we can still connect this way. Please reach out if you need anything. Please reach out if you have any questions. The other book that I just read from is The Woman's Book of Joy by Eileen Campbell. It's another one of my favorites. As you can see, it's dog-eared and it's got like stains on it and I don't know. Anyways, so please find things that inspire you right now, that give you gratitude, that help you connect and ground right now. We really, really need that. Stay connected to the earth. Stay grounded. Stay aware of your senses. And please be gentle and kind with yourself. Be gentle and kind with each other. For all the mamas out there with younger kids navigating this online schooling, have patience. It's a learning curve for all of us. And as always, please, please be safe. Be strong. We are alone, but we are also in this together. Thank you.